Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bonsoir, mesdames, messieurs. Je vous invite à vous asseoir. Please take your seats. We're going to start this ceremony very shortly. Merci beaucoup. Good evening. My name is Hugues Baudouin-Dumouchel, and I have the distinct pleasure of being your Master of Ceremony this evening. It is truly an honor to be part of this special evening, having served as your Master of Ceremony for all 10 former Order of Ottawa investiture ceremonies. Nous sommes réunis ce soir, mesdames, messieurs, pour souligner l'excellence d'Ottawa en remerciant quelques résidents de leur contribution hors du commun à notre belle ville. Before we begin, I would like to remind everyone that masks are required to be worn at all times during the ceremony and can be removed when eating or drinking during the reception. Please maintain social distancing when not wearing your masks. Recipients may remove their masks when seated to sign the official registry and for the photograph that will be taken at that time. Avant de commencer, j'aimerais rappeler à tous et toutes que le port du masque est obligatoire en tout temps pendant la cérémonie, sauf si vous mangez ou buvez au cours de la réception. Veuillez respecter les règles de distanciation physique lorsque vous ne porterez pas votre masque. Les lauréats peuvent également retirer leur masque après s'être assis pour signer le registre officiel à cette table et au moment de la prise de photo qui suivra. At this time, I invite those who can to please stand for the arrival of the official party and to remain standing until the departure of the color party. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mayor of the City of Ottawa, the recipients of the Order of Ottawa, and the recipients of the Brian Kilray Award for Excellence in Coaching. Please be seated. Veuillez vous asseoir. This evening, we pay tribute to 15 men and women who will be inducted into the Order of Ottawa. We will also honor 2 individuals who have dedicated countless hours as an amateur coach. Bienvenue à tous en cette soirée toute spéciale lors de laquelle nous honorerons des Ottaviens et Ottaviennes d'exception ainsi que des entraîneurs sportifs bénévoles qui n'ont pas compté leurs heures au fil du temps. The task of selecting tonight's honorees was not an easy one. However, through a process of careful review and evaluation, the Order of Ottawa Selection Committee came to the unanimous decision of awarding the Order of Ottawa to these highly accomplished and deserving citizens of Ottawa, as well as this year's recipients of the Brian Kilray Award of Excellence in Coaching. First, I wish to acknowledge that Ottawa is located on unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation. I would like to honor the land and the peoples of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation, whose ancestors have lived on this territory for millennia, and whose culture and presence have nurtured and continue to nurture this land. Il est important de souligner que la ville d'Ottawa est située sur un territoire non cédé de la nation algonquine Anishinabeg. J'aimerais honorer les terres et les peuples de la nation algonquine Anishinabeg dont les ancêtres ont vécu sur ce territoire durant des millénaires et dont la culture et la présence ont enrichi et continuent encore à ce jour d'enrichir ces terres. I will soon invite Elder Claudette Commanda to come forward to deliver an Indigenous blessing. Elder Commanda has dedicated her career to promoting First Nations people, rights, history, and culture in national and international settings. She is a professor for the University of Ottawa's Institute of Women's Studies, Faculty of Education, Faculty of Law, and the Aboriginal Studies program. She is the Executive Director for the First Nations Confederacy of Cultural Education Centers. She is inducted into the Common Law Honor Society, served 2 appointed terms as a Board of Governor for the First Nations University of Canada, and served 3 elected terms on the Kitigan Zibi Band Council. She was most recently appointed as the first Elder in Residence for the Faculty of Law at the University of Ottawa and to the University of Ottawa Board of Governors. Elder Commanda.
Greetings. Kwe kakina. Kwe. Kani mich kijigun kinuni dishnakas kitagan zibi donjaban. Pijaja koma nishnabe ki umamu eneniwag. Your Worship, Mayor Watson, City Councillors, our Master of Ceremony, Elders, honorees for the Order of Ottawa, community leaders, family and friends, residents of Ottawa, to all of you distinguished guests. It always pleases my heart and brings so much joy to my spirit to welcome each and every one of you beautiful people to this unsurrendered, unceded homeland of the Algonquin people. I thank His Worship and City Councillors for acknowledging the respectful protocols of the Algonquin people, for including the Algonquin people to these celebrations. I stand here to represent my nation. I also stand here to bring blessings to each and every one of you beautiful people. It is said when we come together in that circle of love, that circle of kindness, the circle of respect, to bring forth blessings to one another and for one another. It is a responsibility that we have to one another. And living this responsibility, it pleases the Creator. And I say to the Creator on behalf of all of us who are here, Migwedj kishiminado kinakego, nibuk sendam mashkawiziwin, nibuk sendam zagieduin, nibuk sendam minupamadzuin. My blessing, in addition to welcoming you to the homeland of the Algonquin people, is that the Creator continues to bless each and every one of you with that good life and that good health, with strength, courage, and love. And I thank you. I thank you for hearing this blessing, for indeed, the prayer that is said is a song of the heart, Emiawin. And when we think of prayer and we offer our words of prayer to the Creator, it is a song from our heart. So I offer you my song from my heart, and I say, Miigwech kibijag oma nongum. Thank you for being here, and I wish you well. Take good care. Miigwech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elder, for these inspiring words as always. Miigwech. I now have the pleasure to invite His Worship, Jim Watson, Mayor of the City of Ottawa, to come forward. Votre honneur.
Well, thank you very much, Hugh. Merci beaucoup, Hugh. And Elder Commander, thank you as always for your beautiful words, your generosity of your time, and how much you teach each and one of us about your culture, your language, and your history. Alors, merci beaucoup, Madame Commanda, pour votre présence ici aujourd'hui. I don't often get to wear the chain of office. It's for ceremonial events. In the last almost 2 years, we've had no ceremonial events because of the COVID. And I'm reminded of the most famous chain story with the former Ottawa Mayor, Charlotte Whitten. She was greeting the Lord Mayor of London, who was on an official visit to Ottawa back in the 1950s. And she arrived out in beautiful Sunday attire with a rose on her lapel, and the Lord Mayor had his chain of office on, and the Lord Mayor went up to Charlotte and said, "Madam Mayor, if I smell your rose, will you blush?" And she said, "My Lord Mayor, if I pull your chain, will you flush?" She was quite a character, that's for sure. I think we have a former mayor. If I'm not mistaken, Jim Durrell is with us, and I welcome Jim to City Hall, back to City Hall. I'm thrilled to welcome everyone in person to City Hall this evening as we celebrate the outstanding accomplishments and contributions of the 2021 inductees into the Order of Ottawa. I'm pleased to welcome our 2021 recipients, as well as family members and friends who have joined us for tonight's ceremony. Because of COVID regulations, we're not able to allow our honorees to bring as many guests, but we're certainly delighted a few people for each recipient has been able to be here today. J'offre une bienvenue toute spéciale à nos nouveaux membres de l'Ordre d'Ottawa, ainsi que leurs familles et leurs amis qui sont ici ce soir. I'd like to recognize the 2021 recipients of the Brian Kilrea Award for Excellence in Coaching, Manak Lual and Julie Richards. And unfortunately, Julie is not able to be with us this evening, and we will recognize her at the next year's celebration. This honor recognizes the contribution of an amateur coach who best exemplifies the qualities of leadership and commitment. And I'm very pleased to welcome Brian Kilrea, who is here for this prestigious award. Brian was here yesterday as we did the 2020 recipients, and I don't think Brian's missed one of these ceremonies, and it's always a great honor to have Brian Kilrea with us today. I also want to welcome my colleagues from Ottawa City Council, who will be more formally introduced as they assist in the presentation of Order of Ottawa medals to their constituents. Members of the city's management team, I think our Chief of Police is here, Peter Slowly, our City Manager, Steve Kanalakis, City Clerk, Rick O'Connor, as well as, I believe, other members of the Selection Committee, including Paul Henry from the Archives. It really is nice to get together and not have someone tell you you're still on mute and to actually be able to speak to one another. Cette cérémonie de remise de l'Ordre d'Ottawa nous donne occasion de rendre hommage à des résidents exceptionnels dans notre ville. It's important to acknowledge the contributions of people in our community who are making a difference in the lives of residents, not just in Ottawa, in many instances across the province, across the country, and around the world. The 2021 inductees, and this is the 10th anniversary class of Order of Ottawa recipients, have been recognized and celebrated for their significant contributions to the life in the City of Ottawa and beyond. The Order of Ottawa honors exceptional residents for our city for professional contributions in the fields from business to philanthropy, healthcare, education, and many other fields of endeavor that benefit the residents of our community. This year's inductees include a group of extraordinarily accomplished residents whose leadership, excellence, and hard work serve as an inspiration for us all. In the spirit of these awards, and as we continue to work together to rebound from the pandemic, I want to take this opportunity to thank all of my City Council colleagues who are with us here today for their public service. I also want to thank the members of the Selection Committee, our Chief of Protocol, Arnold McLean, and his great team who put these events together, for their work in making this ceremony a fitting tribute to these men and women. It's meaningful to honor residents who make significant contributions to the lives of our fellow citizens. And we've certainly seen example after example of the kindness of individuals during the pandemic. En plus de tout, le bien que vous faites pour notre communauté, vous inspirez vos voisins à faire la même chose. Ce soir, nous célébrons des efforts extraordinaires dans la vie professionnelle de certains résidents. The work and contribution of the Order of Ottawa recipients are an inspiration to many people in Ottawa, throughout Canada, and internationally as well. We have faced many challenges over the last 20 months, and we know that many people in our community have faced terrible hardship and loss. I want our honored guests to know how much their work and their contributions means to us all. You're trailblazers in your fields, you inspire others to become community builders, and you give back to help build an even better city. You've supported charities, fundraising campaigns, and you have improved the quality of life of your neighbors, colleagues, and friends. What is exceptionally important is that you serve as exceptional role models for Ottawa residents. Nous sommes chanceux que vous ayez choisi de faire Ottawa votre ville. We have been through a difficult time, and we're lucky that we can count on individuals of your caliber to lead by example and to inspire us. Our city, our residents, myself are very appreciative and proud. On behalf of the City of Ottawa and my council colleagues, I wish to extend my sincere congratulations to each and every one of you. Félicitations. Thank you very much for your contributions, and please enjoy this evening. It is your evening. Thank you. Merci.
Merci, Monsieur le Maire. Before we begin the presentation ceremony, I would like to tell you about the medal that each inductee will receive this evening. L'Ordre d'Ottawa est un prix civique de prestige qui récompense les contributions exceptionnelles des résidents dans de nombreux domaines de la vie dans notre ville, comme le maire vient de le dire. Faite en argent et apposée sur un ruban bleu, vert et blanc, les couleurs officielles de la ville, la médaille porte à l'avant les armoiries de la ville et est gravée des mots Order of Ottawa et Ordre d'Ottawa. Le nom du lauréat et l'année d'attribution du prix de l'Ordre sont inscrits sur l'autre côté de la médaille. Recipients of the prestigious civic award, that is, the Order of Ottawa, will receive a silver medal affixed on a blue, green, and white ribbon, the city's official colors. I will now read a brief biography on each recipient. A longer, more detailed biography can be found in this evening's program. Once the biography has been read, the recipient and their respective ward councillor, if present, will come forward to receive their insignia, mask on, sign the official registry, mask off, and receive a certificate, and mask off at that time is fine. And then you put the mask back on as you walk back, and then I call the next person. Some councillors were not able to join us this evening, but they graciously extend their most sincere congratulations to all recipients. Assisting Mayor Watson tonight will be his aide de camp, Captain Umar Diko of the Cameron Highlanders of Ottawa, Duke of Edinburgh's own. Recipients will be called forward in alphabetical order. J'appellerai les récipiendaires dans l'ordre alphabétique. And without further delay, it is with great pleasure that I introduce the first recipient, Mr. Michael Allen. Michael Allen has led United Way East Ontario for more than 20 years, growing the organization's influence and impact as a champion of social justice, with the City of Ottawa as a key benefactor of this work. As President and CEO of United Way East Ontario, Mr. Allen led the Community Response Table, a coalition of more than 100 participants and 80 subject matter experts who worked together to deliver more than 60 rapid response solutions to support people in need during the COVID-19 pandemic. Monsieur Allen a également fait partie des meneurs de la communauté quand notre ville a dû relever certains de ses plus importants défis, par exemple la crise des réfugiés syriens, la crise des opioïdes, les tornades en 2018 et les inondations en 2019. Michael Allen, accompanied by his ward councillor, Laura Dudas. Congratulations, Mr. Allen. Our next honoree is Ms. Sadaf Ibrahim. Sadaf Ibrahim is a proud Pakistani Canadian and currently serving the community as president of the Canada-Pakistan Association, National Capital Region. Madame Ibrahim ne ménage pas ses efforts pour organiser des activités sociales, gérer divers programmes de sensibilisation et communiquer avec des personnes de tous les horizons pour améliorer l'essor socio-économique de sa communauté. Sadaf Ibrahim uses every available platform to raise awareness about various community issues and to organize fundraising campaigns. She has successfully raised funds for organizations like the Royal Ottawa Foundation for Mental Health, Ottawa Regional Cancer Foundation, Multi-Faith Housing Initiative Ottawa, Cure Women and Children in Bangladesh who are in dire need of medical treatment, and the CHIO Foundation. Ms. Sadaf Ibrahim. And please note that Councillor Harder couldn't make it tonight. However, Councillor El Shantiri, a good friend of hers, will come up and present Ms. Ibrahim with her certificate. Congratulations, Ms. Ibrahim. Our next honoree is Mr. Ian Ferris. Serving as the president and CEO of the Ottawa Board of Trade for over 6 years, Ian Ferris has worked to strengthen the city's business community, in particular its role as a stakeholder in city, provincial, and federal decision-making. Mr. Ferris oversaw the amalgamation of 3 chambers of commerce into one cohesive organization. Throughout the pandemic, the benefits of having a unified Ottawa Board of Trade involved in the city's economic recovery, working for the benefits of its members and the broader business community, has been experienced firsthand. Ian Ferris joue un rôle de représentation nationale à titre de premier vice-président, relations avec le réseau des chambres et représentation des intérêts à la Chambre de commerce du Canada. Fort de son expertise, M. Ferris continue de répondre aux besoins du milieu d'affaires local et national. Mr. Ferris, accompanied by his ward councillor, Laura Dudas. Congratulations, Mr. Ferris. Our next honoree is Mr. Barclay Frost. Barclay Frost grew up on the playgrounds of Ottawa, playing sports and learning life skills. He worked as a young adult for Parks and Recreation as a playground supervisor, where he developed leadership and organizational skills that have continued all his life. Barclay Frost a reçu un prix reconnaissant l'ensemble de sa carrière en tant qu'officiel technique lors des prix sportifs d'Ottawa. En 2021, le Comité des officiels nationaux d'athlétisme Canada lui a rendu hommage pour ses plus de 50 ans de dévouement envers les athlètes, lui décernant le prix du mur d'honneur. Now at 80 years old, Mr. Frost continues to work tirelessly as an official in athletics events that range from the Olympics to international, national, provincial, and local levels. As a member of the Ottawa Sports Awards Committee for the last 18 years, Barclay Frost's leadership as chair is inspirational to the team that organizes the Ottawa's Sports Award Banquet, which hosts over 600 athletes, officials, coaches, and their family members. Mr. Barclay Frost. Congratulations, Mr. Frost. Our next honoree is Mr. Jeff Hunt. Jeff Hunt left his family home in Newfoundland for Ottawa in 1983 to pursue his entrepreneurial vision and dream of owning and managing a hockey team, the Ottawa 67s. Mr. Hunt's success with the 67s was cited by the Canadian Football League as an important factor in its decision to award an expansion franchise to Ottawa. Mr. Hunt, along with other community partners, set out in 2006 to bid for the expansion of the CFL franchise, as well as the redevelopment of Ottawa's Lansdowne Park. The partners banded together to form the Ottawa Sports and Entertainment Group, to which Jeff Hunt was president. Cette franchise, le Rouge et Noir d'Ottawa, et la vision de M. Hunt ont ramené la Ligue canadienne de football à Ottawa et vu l'équipe se hisser au rang de championne en seulement 3 ans, remportant la Coupe Grey en 2016. Mr. Jeff Hunt. Congratulations, Mr. Hunt. Our next honoree is Mix Amanda Jeté-Knox. Mix Jeté-Knox is an award-winning author, journalist, public speaker, and human rights advocate for the LGBTQ2S+ community. Elle est une personne non-binaire qui a un enfant non-binaire et une conjointe transgenre. Amanda partage ses expériences avec autrui, plaidant en faveur de familles aimantes et inclusives partout où elle passe. Amanda dedicates her time to improving healthcare access, school environments, and overall acceptance not only for her child, but for all of the trans and non-binary children who follow. Amanda expanded her advocacy to become a visible spokesperson for families. Over the years, Amanda has strived towards reaching as many parents as possible with the goal of ensuring every single child in our local community and beyond has the opportunity to thrive. Mix Jeté-Knox. And we'll ask Councillor McKenney to come up as well, please, to present the certificate. Congratulations, Mixte T. Knox. Our next honoree, Mr. Mark Kaluski. Mark Kaluski is the president of the local consulting firm Hashmark Strategies. He serves as the chair of the Vanier Business Improvement Area since 2010 and is co-founder and chair of the Ottawa Coalition of BIAs since 2016. Il a consacré un grand nombre d'heures à réunir les entreprises à l'échelle de la ville pour les aider à faire entendre leur voix et défendre leurs intérêts en se faisant leur porte-parole auprès de tous les ordres de gouvernement. Mr. Kaluski's steadfast leadership throughout the COVID-19 pandemic has helped the city's 19 BIAs navigate the ever-changing challenges businesses have faced. After seeing the pandemic's impact on small business owners, he organized the Small Business Mental Health Forum to connect people in need with health professionals. He has selflessly supported many small business owners, all while endeavoring to save his own business. Mr. Kaluski and his ward councillor, Tim Tierney. Congratulations, Mr. Kaluski. Our next honoree, Mr. Pat Kelly. Pat Kelly began his long career in hospitality and tourism with the Westin Hotels and Resorts chain. After 14 years with Westin, Mr. Kelly was recruited by Fairmont Hotels and Resorts to be the general manager of the legendary Chateau Laurier. He later became vice president of Fairmont for the Pacific Northwest region and was responsible for many hotels in BC and Seattle, Washington, before returning to Ottawa in 2005 to become the Dean, School of Hospitality and Tourism for Algonquin College. En 2007, M. Kelly est devenu président du Centre des congrès d'Ottawa et a joué un rôle de premier plan dans la conception, le développement et l'ouverture du Centre des congrès d'Ottawa, aujourd'hui le Centre Shaw. Récemment reconnu d'ailleurs par les planificateurs de congrès du Canada et du monde entier comme le meilleur centre de congrès au monde. Mr. Kelly and his ward councillor, Glenn Gower. Congratulations, Mr. Kelly. Our next honoree is Dr. Isra Levy. Après avoir obtenu son grade en médecine en Afrique du Sud, Isra Levy a immigré au Canada et effectué ses études supérieures à l'Université d'Ottawa, où il s'est spécialisé en épidémiologie et en santé publique. Dr. Levy was the founding director of the Office for Public Health at the Canadian Medical Association, where he helped launch a mental health support network. He advocated for enhancement of mental health services before joining the City of Ottawa's Public Health Department and becoming the city's medical officer of health. During his 11 years with Ottawa Public Health, he expanded programming in mental health and addictions and guided innovative public health initiatives, including the response to the 2009 H1N1 influenza pandemic and expansion of the City of Ottawa's smoke-free spaces legislation. Dr. Levy and his ward councillor, Keith Eglai. Congratulations, Dr. Levy. Our next honoree is Dr. Danielle Lucier. Madame Lucier, docteur en droit, mère de 3 enfants, est issue de la communauté métisse de la Rivière-Rouge du territoire visé par le traité numéro 1, patrie de la nation métisse. En 2002, elle s'installe à Ottawa en vue d'étudier à l'Université d'Ottawa. Dr. Lucier is a legal scholar, the Director of Community and Indigenous Relations, and Professor of Indigenous Legal Orders at the Faculty of Law at the University of Ottawa. She has previously served as advocate for legislation and law reform on behalf of the Canadian Bar Association, as a legal analyst for the Parliamentary Research and Information Service at the Library of Parliament, and as legal counsel to a federal administrative tribunal. Les efforts de Mme Lucier font progresser le travail essentiel de réconciliation par le développement communautaire, tout en soutenant l'autodétermination intellectuelle des Métis et la décolonisation des systèmes d'éducation. Dr. Lucier and her ward councillor, Jeff Leeper. Congratulations, Dr. Lucier. Our next honoree is Honorary Colonel Daniel Mackay. For more than 4 decades, Honorary Colonel Daniel Mackay has served in the Canadian Army Reserve with the Cameron Highlanders of Ottawa, Duke of Edinburgh Zone, the City of Ottawa's official regiment. Honorary Colonel Mackay also served over 25 years with the Federal District Council of St. John Ambulance. He founded the Regimental Museum of the Cameron Highlanders of Ottawa in 1977. He was successful in obtaining Canadian Forces accreditation for the museum, which showcases a large collection of uniforms, photographs, medals, and other memorabilia dating back to the regiment's inception in Ottawa in 1862. Dans son travail de promotion des intérêts d'Ottawa en matière de développement social et économique, que ce soit au sein de la réserve de l'armée canadienne ou auprès de diverses organisations bénévoles, le colonel honoraire Mackay est un modèle de dévouement et d'engagement envers la ville d'Ottawa. Honorary Colonel Mackay. Congratulations, Honorary Colonel Mackay. Our next honoree is Mr. Daljit S. Nerman. Depuis qu'il s'est établi au Canada en l'an 2000, Daljit S. Nerman a consacré sa vie à redonner à sa patrie d'adoption en venant en aide aux personnes démunies et en répondant à leurs besoins. C'est ainsi que depuis près de 20 ans, il appuie de nombreuses causes locales auxquelles il a déjà consacré des dizaines de milliers d'heures. Daljit S. Nerman has served on the boards of numerous non-profit and community-based organizations to lead various philanthropic endeavors, including the Snowsuit Fund of Ottawa, the United Way East Ontario, Montfort Hospital, Ottawa Community Immigrant Services Organization, and the University of Ottawa Heart Institute. He saw the opportunity to further inspire and engage members of the Indo-Canadian community to become more directly involved in solving our community's toughest challenges alongside United Way. Mr. Daljit S. Nerman. Congratulations, Mr. Nerman. Our next honoree is Mr. Barry Podolsky. Barry Podolsky is an Ottawa-based architect, urban designer, and heritage consultant with over 50 years of experience. Son dévouement au service de la collectivité se traduit également par sa participation à de nombreux conseils et comités communautaires et publics, y compris le comité de conception de la Ville d'Ottawa, le comité de consultation publique du Centre Rideau, Patrimoine Ottawa, Action Côte-de-Sable, le comité consultatif sur la conservation de l'architecture locale de la Ville d'Ottawa et le sous-comité du patrimoine bâti de la Ville d'Ottawa. Through his commitment to enhancing Ottawa's built environment, Barry Podolsky has helped to make our nation's capital a more visually and culturally engaging city that is enjoyed by its residents and by the thousands of Canadians and international visitors who come here to experience its pleasures. Mr. Podolsky, and his ward councillor, Mathieu Fleury. Congratulations, Mr. Podolsky. Our next honoree tonight is Mr. Ian Sherman. Ian Sherman is a recently retired partner in the EY Ottawa office with over 35 years of public accounting experience. Monsieur Sherman continue de travailler pour EY en tant qu'entrepreneur, tout en assumant des rôles d'administrateur de société et de conseiller en matière d'entreprise familiale par le biais de sa nouvelle société, Relationship Capital Incorporated. He was elected as a Fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Ontario in 2006 in recognition of his professional achievements and contributions. In 2013, Ian received the CPA Canada Award for Excellence in Income Tax in recognition of outstanding service to the profession and the Canadian tax community. He also has deep roots in the Ottawa Jewish community as the current chair of the Jewish Federation of Ottawa and a past chair of the Soloway Jewish Community Center and Congregation Beth Shalom. Mr. Ian Sherman. Congratulations, Mr. Sherman. Our final Order of Ottawa honoree for 2021 is Ms. Grace Shui-Shin. Grace Shin came to Ottawa in 1999 as an international student attending the University of Ottawa. During Grace's 13-year tenure as the executive director of the Somerset Street Chinatown Business Improvement Area, she worked tirelessly to promote and support the Main Street businesses in the area through organizing artistic and cultural events and implementing key initiatives. Ms. Shin led an international project team to fundraise for and build the stunning Ottawa-Beijing Twin City project, the Chinatown Gateway. This project has won a prestigious Project of the Year award given by the American Public Works Association in 2011. Grace Shin est actuellement vice-présidente de services philanthropiques et développement communautaire à la Fondation communautaire d'Ottawa. Elle poursuit son parcours visant à aider Ottawa à réaliser son plein potentiel en tant que ville saine, inclusive, équilibrée du point de vue de l'environnement et dynamique sur les plans culturels et économiques. Ms. Shin and her ward councillor, Jean Cloutier. Congratulations, Ms. Shin. Nous allons maintenant passer au dernier prix de la soirée. Now we'll move on to the final award of the evening. Created in 2003 in recognition of Brian Kilrea's 1,000th career victory, the Brian Kilrea Award for Excellence in Coaching honors the contributions of an amateur coach who best exemplifies the qualities of leadership and commitment that have been the hallmarks of Brian Kilrea's career. This year, Mr. Manok Lual is one of two 2021 Brian Kilrea Award for Excellence in Amateur and Coaching. Manok Lual is a former pro basketball player who came to Canada as a refugee from South Sudan. He is founder and head coach of Presidential, a nonprofit that is dedicated to bridging the gap faced by disadvantaged youth in Ottawa, and particularly racialized youth living in low-income communities. L'entraîneur Manoc favorise un environnement inclusif et positif qui suit les participants jusque dans leur communauté. Au cours de cette année malheureusement marquée par la restriction des rapprochements physiques, l'entraîneur Manoc a su démontrer comment son leadership pouvait stimuler le développement communautaire. Coach Manoc and his team at Presidential Basketball supported the youth of Ottawa through initiatives that aided their general mental health and well-being. Presidential Basketball now includes financial literacy programming, cooking classes, a youth media program, an annual backpack drive, after-school programming, and the Overbrook Show. And we are honored to have Mr. Brian Kilray with us this evening, and I invite him to come forward to assist with this presentation. Mr. Luell, accompanied by his ward councillor as well, Ralston King. Congratulations, Mr. Luell, and thank you, Mr. Kilray. Ms. Julie Richards is the second recipient of the 2021 Brian Kilray Award for Excellence in Coaching. Unfortunately, she was unable to attend tonight's ceremony. Coach Richards will be honored at the 2022 Order of Ottawa ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the Order of Ottawa, including the presentation of the Brian Kilray Award for Excellence in Coaching. Thank you for joining us this evening. And on behalf of His Worship, Jim Watson, you are invited to join the honorees for a reception in Jean Piggott Place immediately following the departure of the official party. We thank the Cameron Highlanders of Ottawa members, Duke of Edinburgh's own, for the Honour Guard and Colour Party for this evening's investiture. We're also very grateful to the Ottawa Fire, Paramedic and Police Services, who also provided members for the Honour Guard and Colour Party, and to the Ottawa Police Service Pipe Band for providing the piper. Je vous invite aussi à signer le registre d'invités officiels de la ville qui a été déposé à la place Jean Piggott et à vous joindre au maire qui vous invite à une réception suivant le départ du parti officiel. A final announcement for those whose family and friends could not be present this evening. They will have an opportunity to see tonight's ceremony thanks to our friends at Rogers Television, as it will be rebroadcast on Rogers Television 22 on November 19th at 1 p.m. and November 20th at 7 p.m. Thank you to each and every one of you for helping make this evening a memorable one. Je tiens à vous remercier, chacune d'avoir contribué à rendre cette soirée tout à fait mémorable. For those who can, please stand for the national anthem and the official party recession. Je vous invite à vous lever pour l'hymne national et la récession du parti officiel. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames, messieurs, good evening. Bonne soirée.
Halt! Halt, man! Halt! Halt! Prepare to retreat! Retreat! On, Harry, Cullen!